That is your fault. That's pretty good right there. I'll take that one all day long. I love to keep All right, guys, back on the channel here at Dynamics Bowling and Tim Mack Victory Lane Pro Shop. Today, we're here to display you guys the new RST HyperDrive from RotoGrip. They have decided to come out with a hook monster, and because they got rid of the gem and they're replacing it, they chose to do another big asymmetrical solid with a really high diff and really tall RG and really strong cover and core combination, which to me just looks like a monster on the lane when there's enough volume to warrant it. So today we're going to show you guys, going to give you guys 5 or 6 shots, and we're also going to display the Ion Max with it and show you guys a comparison to both balls. And on the screen somewhere, Ray will put the layout to both of these. So as we start to throw more shots, we'll give you guys our analysis, then we'll go back in the shop and then we'll finish it off there. So let's go throw some shots, and yeah, let's go. All right, so we're going to start with the RST. Going to stand pretty far left and see what it looks like, and then we're going to make a move to the right and see what that looks like. Thrown a few shots with it, but not a lot. So, you know, I just drilled it like 10 minutes ago, so we'll see what it looks like. Oh, okay. A little too hard through it. So I'm going to move a little right and get where the friction is. And then we're going to show you guys what it looks like when it actually encounters friction now. But I think it's a good informational thing to show you guys, even when the biggest pieces hit the oil spot and down the lane, even the biggest pieces don't want to hook. So now we're going to get it to the friction and we'll see what it looks like. So I made a move of about 7 right. Not crazy, but more so than what we just were. My eyes are around 8 at the break point and bringing it to around 15 at the arrows. So it's pretty good. Got it to the friction a little bit more. Took a little bit longer for that 10 pin to fall, but overall still pretty good. So we're going to try to throw the Ion Max on the same line, and we're going to see what that looks like. So a little bit weaker in cover. Still a really strong ball, but we'll see what it looks like coming from here. Oh, missed it outside a little bit. As you could tell, still didn't want to get around the corner as much because when you miss it on this shot a little bit, it takes a little bit longer to get up the lane. But I think with the stronger ball, you'll see that when it gets into the lane, it wants to dig in a little bit more, which is good when they're fresher. So let's try to throw the RST again on that line and see what that looks like. Go get your chamois today at dynamicsbowling.com. So we're going to stay in the same spot, see if we can get the 10 out. Took a while last time, but it'll be okay right now. As you could tell, the HyperDrive wanted to dig into the lane a little bit earlier, and it wanted to give you a little bit more earlier roll, but still continue through the pins, especially because it's got such a high RG, high diff, high asymmetrical, and strong core. You would think with that much that it would kind of roll out. But the way it looks at it is if you get the ball to the friction, it really wants to eat. So I'm really liking this ball a lot, actually. And this is around a 42 to 44 foot pattern. So I think overall it's got a little bit more beef in the front, so to let the ball float through a little bit more. Oh, got stuck a little bit. But you could see where the Ion Max doesn't want to go around the corner as much because it doesn't want to slow down as much because it's a little bit weaker in nature. It wants to push a little bit further. So the RST, because there's a little bit more volume, really wants to dig in and really like that shape a lot. And I think when we run into a little bit more volume, I wouldn't be afraid to hit this ball with a little bit more texture to get it to slow down a little bit more. We'll move like 1 and 1 left, and we'll see what that looks like. Just trying to see where we can shape the ball, where we have nice, clean ball roll. Oh, that's better. Okay. So as you can start to tell, because, because these big pieces have woodland and we have a lot of friction in the front, it kind of takes the ball a little bit longer to get up the hill. But as you can tell, I moved a little bit left and it still really wanted to get around the corner, but kind of got a little bit too forward off of how hard I threw it. So sometimes it's not the ball. Sometimes it's us. Sometimes we get a little too fast, try to rev it in the front a little too much. So on this shot, I'm going to get a little bit slower and let it shape the lane a little bit more. Hopefully we can get out of here with a really good shot. Oh, that's better. There you go. So sometimes when you don't throw it as hard and you let the ball progressively get there and you're not trying to force the ball to create motion, you can create really good shape. We're going to throw the Ion Max in the same spot and we're going to see what it looks like. This time maybe I won't get as fast as I did with the other one before, but previous shot was really good. I still missed that one. All right. Well, got one a little bit slow around. That was actually really good though. But the 1-2 combination that you see is the Ion Max, because it's a little bit weaker in cover, it wants to push a little bit further before it shapes. If you were watching the previous shots, and I know I missed that one out a little bit, but as you can tell, the HyperDrive really wants to dig into the lane a little bit more, and the Max just wants to store it just a little bit longer, and it wants to give you a little bit more kick. Now we're going to throw the last shot with the RST. Hopefully we get out of here with a strike. We're going to go inside the shop and give you guys our final analysis. That is your fault. That's pretty good right there. I'll take that one all day long. Let's go in the shop and give you guys our final analysis. Back in the shop here for the final analysis of the HyperDrive, guys. And as you can tell from the shots that you guys saw, the HyperDrive is a hook monster. Meaning when I say that, it wants to be very early into the lane, but it doesn't stop. I mean, a couple of shots there that we missed because of the ball speed control, but if you see the ball start to take shape of the lane, and as it starts to take it, it really wants to get into it and continue through the pins. So very good staple ball when it comes to having more volume on the lane, longer volume patterns, enough to get the ball to slow down. And when you throw the Ion Max, you know that you'll have a really chalky piece with another chalky piece, but at the same time, not as early as the HyperDrive is. But when you need to get fresh ball and get the ball into the lane, and because it has the RST AI core in it, you can see how much stronger it is, and it really wants to get into the lane. So thank you guys for joining us. We look forward to seeing you guys at Tim Mack Victory Lane Pro Shop. Come visit us at dynamicsbowling.com. Go visit all our socials, DXB on Facebook, Dynamics Bowling on Instagram, Hoodie Bowler 300 on TikTok, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, love you, bye.